Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Dreamcast review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at NEO XYX, which if you've never played it before, it's one of the brand new games that just came out, one of the indie ones from the NG dev team. And it's a shoot 'em up, you know, it's standard indie game affair really. There were a lot of shoot 'em ups on the Dreamcast before it died, and now there's a lot on it after it's died. It's a shame no one in the indie community's done a fighter though, you know. It would have been quite nice seeing as how many arcade fighters there were for the Dreamcast, but no one's done one. But it's one of those. This is still a fantastic shoot 'em up. You've got start game controls, screen and sound, because there's no options menu. The options are just there on the thing. Basically, for screen and sound, there's actually a lot of things you can do with this one. You can play the game horizontally, like it's got there. You can play it vertically, and you can also play it in arcade. In arcade, it basically makes it vertical but horizontal. And at first I thought that was for people who wanted to turn the tellies on the side, because there used to be a lot of people do that. But the pad itself also has to be used on its side, because up becomes left and things like that, you know. So I can then only assume that actually it's for people who might want to lie on their side to play the game. That's the only reason I can assume for the controls to be mapped out the way that they are when you play it like that. Horizontal is what I'll start by showing off, because at least that way it's then going to show all of the screen, because that's the one thing you'll notice when you play vertical, that you either have to play it on a very small screen or you have to play it on a slightly bigger, but it's stretched, and the graphics do actually take a hit on the stretched version, which is a bit of a shame because it is an absolutely beautiful looking game. It's one of those though. It's standard shoot 'em up affair. You go left to right or top to bottom, depending on the way that you're playing the game. You shoot all the enemies in sight that you can, rack up a decent score. You then get to the end of the level, you kill the boss, and you do it all over again. And there's 6 stages total, which, as I say in pretty much every one of these reviews, it's one of those genres where if you only after beating a game once, then don't bother buying it, because that's not what these are for. They're for people who want to play it again and again and again and get better scores, or just like the people who just might like actually enjoy playing the game over and over again, you know, because lengthwise you can probably get it done and dusted in a couple hours if you're good enough at the game. If you're excellent at shoot 'em ups, then I can't imagine it'd take you any time at all to beat it. But it's, as I say, it's just one of those genres that it lends itself to replayability, and that's where a lot of the length comes into it. And there's a lot of people who complain about the price, but personally I think paying the price of what I've paid, which was about £30 for this, I'm actually very happy with it. I really can't complain, because it's yet another well-made tight shooter from an excellent dev. This, as you might notice, is kind of a boss here. So I think I'm going to shut up for a little bit, let you listen to some of the music, and then cut into the vertical mode so that you can at least see both things. And musically, but I might as well mention, I think it's yet again fantastic. The dev team really does do an excellent job with the music. So that was a little bit of the music, and as you can see I'm now in the vertical mode. I went for the stretched one because hopefully you'll be able to tell what I was saying about how the graphics do take a little bit of a hit. It's not massive, but from the moment you select it on the options you notice that it's a bit fuzzy. I also want to show off on the vertical the bombs, because even though I've used them on the horizontal, it's so much easier to tell that they're a massive demon tiger type cat thing. I don't even know what type of cat it's supposed to be. All I know is when you fire them vertically, it's so much easier to at least see what it is, rather than when you fire them horizontally, which I was honestly firing them and thinking, what the hell is that? And it was only when I put it on vertical that I realised. You might have noticed that as well as collecting big bees, which basically give you a bomb, there's also little bees, which I keep collecting, and they give you part of a bomb, and once you've collected enough of them, it gives you another bomb. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about the game. It's a standard, typical, awesome shooter from a very underrated dev team at times. It's the sort of thing that if you've liked any of the other games, then I honestly don't think you'll dislike this one. As for playing it vertically or horizontally, it just goes on personal preference. I think I prefer playing it as a vertical shooter, but I'll be honest, I do like having a full screen playing it horizontally, and the fact that you get the option to do either is just brilliant, because at the end of the day, at least they're allowing you to play the game how you want. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.